Big up all yourself one time, brothers and sisters. Hand clap to the massive brothers and sisters. Hand clap to you guys out there for definitely tuning into this here. The second reaction video I've dropped on this here YouTube platform, brothers and sisters. Big up all yourself for definitely tuning into this here Mystelics reaction. Guys, I actually dropped the previous one on the BrBpTV platform, and hopefully tonight, brothers and sisters, I'll be able to drop another one, a live interaction vibrations around 7:30, brothers and sisters. So tune in for that vibrations right there. 7:30, 7:45 around there, but 7:30. Let's see if you can make it for 7:30, brothers and sisters, in that regard right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, big up all yourself for definitely tuning into these vibrations. Don't forget to do what, brothers and sisters, click the like button right there, click the thumbs up button. I would appreciate that, and of course subscribe if you have not done so, helping the algorithm to push these videos for them. And of course guys, you'll be notified when I drop my videos right there and then. So definitely, brothers and sisters, definitely don't forget to subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get the latest vibrations when they tend to come from, and help this channel to grow as well. Anyways, brothers and sisters, without further ado, I saw this clipping right there, brothers and sisters.
I'm in Dominica, people. I'm in Dominica.
So it seems like a number of persons who are Dominican arrived in Dominica, and of course as a result of the previous video of the famous YouTuber that came down to Dominica and pretty much dubbed Portsmouth to be the worst city in the Caribbean right there, based off his experience. Remember, not somebody else or nobody else's experience, but his experience being in other countries. That's what he had to say right there. And you have Dominicans coming to Dominica yet again, brothers and sisters, and indicating that they are happy to be home.
Home. Dominica is home. I love you, Dominica. Oh, bye. I'm so happy to be
Actually know this guy.
home in Dominica. Yes.
We used to have discussions on Muslim and Christianity versus Muslim, and there's a number of discrepancies and stuff that I used to tell them in the Quran. And anyways, yeah, so and the fulfillment of the Quran is not, you know, anyways, that's another story right there. But of course, I actually knew him and we had big discussions, man.
No matter where I go in the world, I'm always happy to be home in Dominica. Dominica, I love you. Dominicans, I love you. I'm home.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie, when you see you touch Dominica, the ambience of Dominica is something exceptional. That is something I think that is quite phenomenal. When you reach Dominica, you feel the warmth on you, you feel the breeze. When you reach inside, you get to taste the rivers, you get to taste the water, not from the pipe, you know. You get to taste the real water, because this water is so refreshing, and you don't get this stuff anywhere in the world, brothers. Well, you get some of these things other parts of it. Let me not lie. You get some of the stuff, but it's a different vibe, brothers and sisters. Just like when I reach Grenada, I always feel a different vibe, and it's always a nice vibe to feel. But of course, once you're home, brothers and sisters. Once you're home, they say home is where the heart is. And of course, as a result of the video that a number of persons were sharing all over the place, as a result of the YouTuber that came to Dominica, and of course was given experience based off, you know, mingling with certain people. Apparently, it seems like he got in on the bad day. And of course, in videos I've been making mention and saying the authorities need to address this situation pronto. They need to address this situation, since it is not good publicity at all. Of course, a number of persons, even Ross University students, actually saw this video and were giving comments as well, saying how Dominica is nice and so forth, and what have you, and so forth. Now, keep in mind, brothers and sisters, they Discover Dominica, I believe, sent out a response, so to speak. It seemed like it was a response to showcase the beauty. The beauty. This is, of course, where Jazz and Creole is going to take place, but you know, this is Cabrit's National Park. The beauty of it, brothers and sisters, and of course, looking at Portsmouth and seeing the surrounding beauty that Portsmouth looked, majesties, brother. Yes, sir. Beautiful, brothers and sisters. Majestiness of Portsea, man. So Dominica, they did some, you know, Lightroom editing on this. I can clearly see it right there. But of course, you know, no doubt about it, beauty is indeed beauty. And we cannot deny that Dominica is indeed beauty. The rivers, the mountains, the trees, the roots. Oh yes, brothers and sisters, the beaches. Yes, man, it's really nice. I'm not gonna lie, this is really nice. All right, Beauty indeed, Dominicans. Beauty indeed, Caribbean people. Beauty indeed, the world, brothers and sisters. And of course, you can clearly see how fantastic Dominica looks from the skies, brothers and sisters. This is one of the reasons why when I was leaving Dominica, I indicated that I'm seeing, when I filmed the video, brothers and sisters, of us leaving and we were in the air, and I filmed Dominica, I said, this is what, it's always good to see Dominica from God's viewpoint, you know, how God sees Dominica from the skies, man. A beautiful, fantastic nature isle of the Caribbean, brothers and sisters. So pretty and pristine. Look, white sand beaches sort off. It's looking white, brothers and sisters. I don't know if the editor that do that or, you know, but this is Secret Bay, Secret Beach, or whatever you want to call it, brothers and sisters. That is the beauty right there. You can go inside there, have a little secret shop, a secret bath, man. Of course, yes, sir. And of course, brothers and sisters, if you guys tend to watch my aerial Dominica videos, you get to see the majesty of Dominica just like this right there. The head of Dominica. This is the nose of Dominica. The head, of course, Dominica looks like a parrot, and of course keeps you reminding you of the Cicero parrot, brothers and sisters. Literally, if you look further up in the sky, it definitely looks like that right there. So it's very interesting when it looks at this, but I don't think the individual had a problem with how Dominica looks. It's interesting that they're asking for some sort of, you know, for some sort of response in this, because this is not good publicity. When the individual himself is saying that Dominica is very beautiful. Dominica is very beautiful, and even mentioned there are certain parts where there's a beach and he turned around and there are areas that can actually be utilized. I think that made sense, you know. They are presenting pictures of the beauty. Like I indicated before, the individual does not seem to have a problem with Dominica beauty, and he knows that Dominica is very much beautiful. I think what should have been had is the areas that he pointed out in his videos that could possibly be enhanced, could maybe, you know, do something in that region right there, because I think that's what he was pointing out when it comes on to this. I saw a number of persons actually taking videos and moving through Portsmouth and showcasing, oh, Portsmouth, the ambience of Portsmouth looks, you know, what. I don't think that's what he was talking about. I think he was talking about being bothered and you know, people taking his drinks without the understanding of, you know, certain people might not be, you know, good upstairs, and certain people might just see them as targets and this kind of things. But generally speaking, it doesn't seem, well, he did know. So he's just pretty much showing his experience in that regard. But showcasing the beauty of Dominica was not the issue here. Everybody knows Dominica is beautiful. The problem here is the lack thereof in the nature island of the Caribbean that would cause people, or the locals especially, to fully enjoy the beauty of Dominica. When people have to be concerned from foot to mouth, brothers and sisters, how they're going to survive, I think that is an issue right there, especially when it was pointed out to him about the corruption of the very government themselves, and he was wondering what's going on with the young people out there, because it seems like they're just coming to beg him and try to get things from him and this kind of things there, which would make sense if you go into a country and then people are begging you, and then you go and try to treat people nice, and they want you to buy things for their so-called supposed family members, and you would feel a certain way, brothers and sisters. Sometimes we have to put ourselves in their shoes to see how it looks, and then see how we can benefit and make it better for us, brothers and sisters. I think how we can improve the region is not just showing, hey, niceness, brothers and sisters, when people are suffering in the nature as a result of the economy. I think that is the defining point there. It's not in the beauty. We all know that Dominica is beautiful. The curves are beautiful. Oh, the majesty of the nature, the breeze, brothers and sisters. You go on top of a mountain and you come down hill as if you were touched by the angels. Hallelujah, brothers and sisters. The breeze that hitting you on the mountains there, brothers. You will, yes, man. This is why I don't understand how Dominicans can be getting sick like this. But then I think it's as a result of the injection or the water brought about by the tap. This is why I want people not to drink the tap water and boil it. Sometimes that even worse, you know. So you have to be mindful of this right there, brothers and sisters. But of course, the nature is indeed beautiful. They made a response showcasing the beauty of the nature. I don't think that was the issue right there. Okay, the individual was pretty much talking about his experience in seeing certain things. So when you look at the videos and you see, hey, you know what, maybe we should try to do something about that. We listen to his honest opinions. You know, sometimes tourists come down and they pretending everything nice and dandy, and they going back and they just bad talk in your country. Yes, they just do these things, brothers and sisters. But this one was upfront and he was real with what he was seeing and the experience. He even said he was trying, Dominica. He's trying. and then a number of persons just come and take drinks from his hand, and all those kind of things there. And you know, so you understand the sentiment in that regard. He did not mention that Dominica was not beautiful. We should literally take things, especially from the critics who come to Dominica and say, hey, this, something needs to be done about this. And you as a, if I was part rep of the place and somebody made these things, I would come up and address the situation. Yes, I understand your thoughts. Certain things are going bad. We are recovering from Hurricane Maria. I would use all his excuse and then say, okay, we are trying our best to see if we can improve. And I would like to also meet with the individual, if you are still on the line, to help us understand how we can make things better. So that person in themselves would know at least they care about what he thinks to help improve the place. Not put these things out there like we don't know that exists. We know Dominica is beautiful. That is not the issue. The issue is in the engagement that he received as a result of the fall of the economy. That is one of the things. You notice several places looking a bit abandoned and this kind of things. Why don't the people who are in charge do something about these areas? Buy out these properties. Maybe these individual family members don't exist anymore. Whoever buy the properties, whoever is in charge of this thing, maybe give whoever next of kin some monies as a result of this, and because apparently it's not being used, and then you buy it off, and then you do something about that area. Make it look presentable, so when people are coming to Portsmouth, this is one of the reasons why the individual asked one of the guys who apparently was trying to pimp him for drinks. He asked them, what is there to do in Dominica? A local, you asking, what is there to do in Portsmouth? And he himself doesn't even know what to say. So don't you think that would be an aspect where, hey, what do we have in Dominica for when tourists come in? We know there's beaches. Not everybody's interested in beaches. We know there's Picat River. Not everybody's interested in rivers. What is the next thing? Rum? Rum and weed? You don't realize that's what the guy presented, the guy? The individual. He presented it weed. He has weed. He wants him to buy weed from him so he can make a little money, brothers and sisters. The very same weed that he's trying to sell to individuals out there could have done something in Dominica. The very thing that the government came out and say, hey guys, you know what? The marijuana industry is not good for Dominica. It's not a growth engine in Dominica. A multi-billion-dollar industry in its infancy. Oh, I don't know. Now, brothers and sisters, don't get me wrong. I'm not an advocate for smoking these things, but I believe that there are a lot of medical purposes from these things. A lot of medical proper medical outcomes that can come from this. We can do these things. And if people want to do their thing, fine. At least you regulate it and say, okay, 2 trees or whatever, that's them. They do their business. But you utilize what is there. And you get the people involved in this thing so they can elevate and become more independent. In a world that is really requiring these things. I remember the Canadian nuns. They are heavily involved in these things. Millionaires, brothers and sisters. They have their own plans. They dress like nuns and they have their own plans and stuff. And they're selling out there. Going out there, some of them does even take a little something here and there from time to time. But they are selling these things and they are saying that they do not meet demand. They have all these things out there, brothers and sisters, and they're saying that they do not meet the demand. And we had the opportunity, our individuals heavily involved in that, and they don't. So I think we focused on the wrong thing. It's not showing the beautification of Dominica. Yes, that's one of the response you can give, but it's not vital to the story at all. So I think it's very interesting. Look, I also saw this video, which was rather interesting, guys.
Why did you choose this profession?
So they're asking this individual, why did he choose the profession that he chose?
Why did you choose this profession?
Well, I had no other options and I did what I had to do.
Tell me, is that not related to Dominica, brothers and sisters? Tell me, we do not utilize the potential Dominica has to create opportunities that can give people more options for their jobs or careers. Can you believe that people are turning NEP, National Employment Program, into careers? They believe that they will be able to retire after certain years doing NEP, brothers and sisters, because they turn that as a career. Where people in banks are working from NEP, cashiers, NEP, a number of places out there are the NEP, brothers and sisters, making NEP a career path for themselves. And you don't think something is wrong with that, even though we show the nice beauty? Great, the beauty is there. but the beauty is there and you can barely enjoy it because you're trying to barely survive. It's interesting, that regard right there. Talking about beauty, brothers and sisters, this is not so beautiful. In a land that flows with 365 rivers, right now, Dowasco is now trying to up the price. They will increase the water rates at about $15 for domestic consumers going forward. You think it's joke? Oh, somebody else post that? Okay, there it is right there, brothers and sisters. Water guarantee charge. For domestic individuals, it's $15. For small businesses, it's $100. Medium commercial businesses, $175. And large commercial businesses, $800 will be added on top. I thought this was fixed, you know, brothers. I thought, hey, when they begin, you pay $15, what the hell, or something, you know? No, you have to read, brothers and sisters. New monthly charge in addition to your bill. So if your bill is $50 as a domestic individual, you have to pay now $65. Okay? So if your bill come up to $50, they're going to charge you $15 on top of that. If your bill as small business is $200, you now have to pay $300. Medium commercial, you now have to pay, if it's $200, you have to pay $375. Large commercial business, if your business is making your water bill is $500, you now have to pay what? $1,300 for your water, brothers and sisters. In a place that flows with 365 rivers, the additional charges there. I told you guys, though you show the nice beauty, people's salaries are not raising. It's nice, beautiful, great. You know, it's nice to see the beauty. People's salaries are not increasing to meet actual inflation demands, because inflation has been increasing every year, brothers and sisters. How many of you guys have been getting raises to at least meet inflation levels? To at least meet it. We had an import inflation of 9%, brothers and sisters. How many of you got a 9% increase on your salaries? How many? Not much? Okay. Interesting stuff, brothers and sisters. So water is going up, eh? Water. Water. Oh, talking about cabbage, brothers and sisters. I saw this thing right there. So, based on how things are going, we should not just look for when festivals and carnival and Creole music festival is coming up. People are making sentiments to what tends to take place in Dominica. I remember not too long ago, was it festival? Yes. I remember there was a big pothole in the road in Glanville, brothers and sisters. There's a big pothole. Was it? No, carnival. I checked wait. I wasn't here. Anyways, there was a big pothole, brothers and sisters, in this thing right there. So it was there for like a month and something, brothers and sisters. A month, maybe a month and a half, and then carnival came in, brothers and sisters. Carnival came in, and then they paved it. They could have done it before, but they did not do anything. They left it there until they knew people were gonna be coming in, so they decided to pave the thing to block the hole. You understand what I'm saying, guys? It's not just about the beauty. If you really care about the people, you would know that you need to do this stuff to enhance the lives of the people, so their vehicles wouldn't go down in the hole and mash up their shocks. At least, if you're not increasing their salaries, try and do things to lessen the cost on individuals now. You're not increasing their salaries and you're just leaving things out there. Yeah. So I literally stated thanks to the diasporas for doing this for Dominicans. So yes, we've seen this kind of sentiment right there, brothers and sisters. And we might laugh, gee, brothers and sisters. And it's interesting. Before jazz and Creole, before festival, before carnival, brothers and sisters, you tend to see potholes and these kind of things all over the place. When it's jazz month, Creole month, carnival month, the road looks like this. But apparently it doesn't last long, because then afterwards, probably like a month after, it goes back to this right there. Why? That's the question I have to ask, brothers and sisters. Why? I also saw this thing right there, brothers and sisters. Message, according to Dominica Breaking News, message by citizens. Is anyone noticing the monopoly that the funeral homes have placed on coffins? that it's compulsory to buy their coffin once you're storing the body by them. A coffin can cost in the range of 14,000. If the person meets 1,400 to 1,600, just the coffin alone. Add that to the cost of having the body stored there and funeral arrangements as well. So gone are the days when you could have had a local carpenter make you a coffin for less than half the cost, and persons are silent about this. Reliable information shows that a young woman and her husband was forced to close down their coffin making business, making coffins for as low as $5,000. 5,000, so maybe it's 14,000 and 16. What kind of coffin, Gassa? 14,000 and 16,000 for. I must be dreaming. Anyways, brothers and sisters, this person is saying that a young woman and her husband had to close down their coffin making business for as low as $5,000. That's what they charged. It is alleged the funeral homes came together to monopolize the selling of coffins and put this for the poor business to closure. Now, when it comes down to this situation, I don't think that is right. But at the end of the day, if you are putting your body somewhere, and then they say, well, if you put your body somewhere, then this is what we do. So what people need to do now is make another business where they have morgues, where they get to put bodies, and then people get. But then again, would that be beneficial to you? Would that be on the basis not beneficial to you? Would that be beneficial to the business? So another business just comes, hey, we have a fridge, Domlek, not cheap. We have a fridge now. Come and put your body there so you can go somewhere else to buy a coffin. Would it make sense though? I mean, these businesses think, hey, that's a good arrangement for them to do. So that's just interesting right there. However, why don't these businesses also link up with this other bit? But then again, the main businesses might have their own set of people to do that for them. Because I'm thinking maybe why don't they also link with the business for them to be able to sell their stuff to these people? I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud in that regard right there. What are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts on this scenario right there? I have another thing I was going to post, but I'm just going to leave this. No, let me post it, brothers and sisters. Let me post this right there. This is very interesting when it comes down to us as black people, brothers and sisters, especially ladies right there. Take a listen to this.
There is no group of people that hate themselves like black people. Here we go!
Before she continues, brothers and sisters, is that true? Is there no other group that hates themselves like black people? I mean, when you look at slavery and you tend to, hey, white man was wicked to us, but who was enslaving us? This is very same black people. When you look at people trying to progress, brothers and sisters, they call it crab in the barrel mentality. You see other people trying to elevate, and instead of helping them to elevate so that maybe they can pull you up, you try to bring them down because you are down there. So is this a common thing? Just that little patch she's made, that thought came to mind right there. So I just thought I'd bring this, but let's continue.
There is no group of people that hate themselves like black people. Here we go! Why do you put on Indian human hair? Can I ask? You know how we get that hair?
I know. Boy, that is a good one right there, brothers and sisters. Women want to say, oh, I love myself and these kind of things there, yet still they take out their nappy hair and they cover it and they put Indian on their head and they say, this is my hair I buy, HIB and these kind of things there. That is me right there. No, it's not you. You're trying to look different from who you actually are and then claiming that you love yourself by looking different. Just like when you see people putting a set of makeup on themselves, completely changing the aesthetics of their face, and they become height and prance. I never know how to do it. High and prancy. They come high and prancy like there's flamingo. They just prancing. Flamingo just prance. I don't know. They prance us, brothers and sisters, because they look completely different from themselves, but they make themselves to believe that because they put this makeup on, this is what they look like. And then they have higher, and they think they're, because of what they make themselves look like now. That's not who you are. But it's interesting that a number of persons don't know this.
When nothing goes right in the life of a Hindu person, they go through a ceremony called Tansho. where the priest in the temple incantates all the bad luck they are facing onto the hair, because for them to cut hair is such a taboo.
Yep, because hair is beauty. According to the great book, the great books use beauty. Woman's hair as beauty, and it's true. You ever say girl cut her hair and you checking, boy, let me rub that head and see if I can make it wish. Woman cut it there. I don't know. But when you say woman, if it takes, and she takes care of her hair, brothers and sisters, and you can literally see the aura in that as well. But hey, some people have disease and all those kind of things that they end up losing their hair. It's interesting that there's something called alopecia. I learned that from what's her name again? Will Smith's wife. She apparently has alopecia and she's bald, you know. And there are literally people who are trying to look like they have alopecia in the place, man. Like they have a sickness. So they keep cutting their hair and they don't know that they are taking away from their own beauty. Yes, the aesthetic of who you are is part of who you are. When you cut it, you are diminishing who you are. I don't understand how people don't see this. You cut your stuff, that's okay then. Well, that's it's up to you, eh? I mean, it's up to you, but doesn't mean that people wouldn't see it and be like, you know, You might be like, yes, people like, and then they will stay away from you, and you wonder why people staying away from you. Because you make your choice. That's, you know. But anyways, that's another story right there. Let's go.
But so that it indicates a new phase of metamorphosis.
Yeah.
They shave their hair clean. They used to burn that hair because they understood they're burning all the bad luck, until they realized the stupid African woman wants to put it on their head.
Yes, brothers and sisters, I've heard of this. I actually saw the documents of this, and they collect these hairs and they wash it and all kind of thing, and they put it, bundle it, and then sell it for big bucks. Sometimes these things go for $100, $200, $300, $400, brothers and sisters. Really here. You get to put this on your head and think, oh, that's me. No, it's not you at all. You're just deceiving yourself, and then you want to say, oh, I want a real man. When you be deceiving yourself consistently. And guys know you've been deceiving yourself, because that's not you. But hey, to each his own.
So you buy your own bad luck and you put it on your head.
Yeah, and then you realize things don't work out for you, and you're checking, boy, looking nice, are we? No, you literally buying bad luck and putting it on your head. On your brain. You putting bad luck on your brain. You know what incantation is, brothers and sisters? Utilizing spells and those kind of things there to send whatever it is in a spiritual form, to put it in something. Remember the great book, when the great book was who was it? Jesus? I think it was Jesus. When the demons came, good master, why do you come to torment us now? And then Jesus took the demons out of the men and cast them into the pigs, and the pigs ran into the lake and drowned. Well, it's sentiment to that, brothers and sisters, where they take the bad luck and put it in the hair, they shave off their head, so that when the new growth comes, that they have, you know, a new beginning, so to speak. A new beginning then creates a new start, and then they grow back their hair long and what have you. Then they take the bad hair, they put it, they used to burn it before, but then African women apparently, and Caribbean women, and, you know, generally women, they want to look different, so they buy this hair that's full of bad luck. And then they are full of bad luck, and they have no idea why they have bad luck, not realizing it's the hair that they have on their head that is giving them all that bad luck. Okay, so I think people need to understand this right there, and I think understanding is key. But not because you just want to do something, you should do it. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, I feel like doing this. This is what I want to do. Yes, you might want to do something, but there's always consequences to actions. Regardless of whether you believe you should be warranted consequence or not, there is always consequence to actions. Any way you look at it, brothers and sisters, doesn't matter. If you decide to do something and people are looking at you, it will warranty a reaction, whether it's positive or whether it's negative. This is just my thoughts on that regard. What are your thoughts, guys? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. But it's interesting, brothers and sisters. Stop buying bad luck and put it on your head just because it makes you look nicer than how you were looking before. Confidence in self, brothers and sisters, is even if you look ugly, but you are confident in yourself, brothers and sisters. That is what confidence and self-confidence is. You're going to say, boy, I going to put somebody else head on my head and I become confident because you're looking different. That's not true confidence at all, brothers and sisters. Anyways, that's just my thoughts right there. What are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. Right, it's my Mystelics on this here. Mystelics Reacts, guys. Tune in hopefully later on so I can do another reaction, live interaction with you guys on, of course, the United Workers Party stuff right there. There's another video I saw that I can do another one, but hey, I will leave that for another time right there. It's about Mystelics, guys. Don't forget to click the like button, and of course don't forget to do what? Check the latest reaction on BrBpTV in the first comment in the comment box below, and of course don't forget to click the thumbs up button, and of course subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get the latest vibrations when they tend to come through. And with that said, brothers and sisters, be real, salute the king, be positive.